Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Of course, my name is Blitzwinger, and welcome on back to another Skylanders TrapTeam unboxing. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Fire Core Skylander, or a Fire Core Skylander, known as Torch, whose little slogan is, "Fire it up," which of course is very fitting when you're carrying a ginormous flamethrower, which is pretty apropos. But from what I can gather, again, I've tried to stay away from the information about Skylanders TrapTeam just to keep things a little bit more surprising for me, but I think that this is a female character, which is awesome. I really love that Skylanders is trying to do that more often, where they balance the female and male roster, which is really cool, so that if there are, obviously there are girls that like to play Skylanders, and if they would like to play as a female character, that option is there. And the same goes for boys. If you're a boy and you would like to play as a female character, it's available to us. So I think that that's really, really cool. Plus, they made this character look super duper cool. I love the look and the design for this particular Skylander. So of course, we've got a really nice art at the tippity top of the packaging, which, speaking of which, packaging is awesome. I love the packaging for TrapTeam, as I've said probably a gajillion times at this point, but I love it. It's so cool. It's really it really pops out, and I just love the fact that, you know, as you walk by the shelves and everything, you could definitely see how this packaging would like draw you in and be like, "Here, come, just buy me. I'm not that expensive. I'm gonna be added to your collection." Well, that was creepy, but nonetheless, of course, this is Torch, looking quite stylish. Very, very, very cool design indeed. Obviously from the fire element, as I've mentioned before. Now, since this is a brand new Skylander, a brand new core Skylander that is, it is indeed only compatible with TrapTeam, so you will not be able to carry it on back to, of course, Spyro's Adventure, Giants, or TrapTeam, which I know some people get upset about that, but I think it's a completely understandable point. I mean, it's incredible the fact that they allow you to carry over all the characters from these games to the newer games. I think that's already an achievement and a feat in and of itself, so I think it's fair to say that it would be too difficult to predict. You know, like, how are they supposed to predict for Spyro's Adventure that they're going to make a character 4 years from now or 3 years from now that is going to be Torch, you know? So I think that's an unreasonable criticism. But with all that being said, speaking of reasonable things, there's a really cool and reasonable shot at Torch in the game, looking quite cool. I love how she's got the hair there. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Human Torch. And I also love how the blaster almost looks a little bit like the Ghostbuster blasters, doesn't it? Like the actual beam. Looks kind of interesting. It does fire fire, obviously. It does fire fire. That's kind of repetitive, but you know what I mean. And then, of course, we also get some of the other Skylanders in the fire element, including the Trapmaster, who I have unboxed, known as Wildfire. There's Torch, of course. Then we've got Hog Wild Frino, who I am hoping to find and will be doing an unboxing for. Then we got Wee Ruptor, which looks really, really adorable. So I wouldn't mind adding him to my collection either. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and add Torch to the collection by getting the figure out of package. Some people ask me to do more unboxings with my hand. I'm trying. Oh, okay. That was I meant to do that. That was first try right there. And that's why I don't do it with hands, because I end up making a ginormous mess because there's all this cardboard left over on the desk. And because it's a black desk, which at the time when I was buying, I was like, oh, I want a black desk. That would be a great idea. But now I'm realizing dust, dog hair, packaging materials. Like, you know, when you cut cardboard, it kind of like the little particles land on the actual table. Now, if it's a white table, you'd never even notice it. But because it's a black table, you can notice every little speckle, which is just, it drives me nuts. It really, really does. And I know the funny thing is, like, whenever I mention it, people are like, yeah, I didn't even pay attention to that in the review. But for me, I'm like, I gotta point it out. I gotta acknowledge it. So nonetheless, of course, as you can see, here is Torch, a really cool sticker right here, along with a name tag. It looks quite cool, along with a code for the Skylanders collection vault, so you could add her to that collection of yours. And then, of course, we get the nice art card here. Again, I love the art and I love the design. It just looks really cool for, of course, Torch right here. It looks like she specializes in speed and attack. So she's got 130 points in attack, 70 points in defense, 110 points in movement, which is really cool. So I've got my high hopes for this figure, because I love when a character has high attack and high speed. That's kind of the key elements that I look for. So that kind of fits with my play style. So I'm very excited to play as this Skylander. Should be quite fun indeed. But then also 40 points in magic, which is also quite cool indeed. So on the back we get the Skylanders TrapTeam logo, which looks quite cool indeed. And then, of course, let's zoom on down. Zoom on down. Come on, camera, focus. There we go. So here's Torch, which looks super duper awesome. I love that little hammer. I hope that there's an attack that involves that hammer. I love that kind of attention to detail. She definitely has kind of the outfit of, I don't know what you would call it. I guess like a blacksmith, right? A person who would be kind of like designing weapons or building stuff out of metal, you know, like what a blacksmith would be doing. So I definitely kind of get that vibe from this character, and I think it looks really, really cool. I love the red eyes. I love the translucent flaming hair, and then the flame right here coming through the what is it called? I guess it would be a flamethrower, right? Which looks really lovely. I love how it's the old school one where you'd have to push on this part and then it blows some wind right into the fire, so you'd kind of use that. That's really cool. I love that. I love how it's a nice kind of balance between older designs and then more modern elements as well. Very, very lovely. Of course, since this is a fire Skylander, or fire element Skylander, it does come with the fire base, which is quite cool. Of course, translucent flames always look awesome. And then, of course, the red bottom base as well. So all in all, a very, very, very cool Skylander indeed. Super duper high hopes for this one, at least aesthetically. Again, right now I can only judge these guys based on aesthetics, which is why in an unboxing I can't tell you, oh yeah, this Skylander is great, or oh yeah, this Skylander is average, or oh yeah, this Skylander is not particularly great, or something along those lines, because again, I have not had experience on the gameplay side of things. Once I've had experience there, I will probably end up doing some Skylander reviews like I used to do, and you guys really enjoyed those, so hopefully I'll bring those back if you guys want to see them for TrapTeam, and then I'll be able to give you a more kind of comprehensive review and tell you, okay, I think that this WoW POW is really great, or I think that this is a really fun gameplay mechanic, or this is not so much, and so on and so forth. So with all that being said, guys, there you have it. That is another Skylanders TrapTeam unboxing in the books. Of course, if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That really does help me out a ton. Share the videos with your family and friends, favorite the videos as well, and of course, check the description links down below for all the other unboxings that I have done for Skylanders TrapTeam. So with all that being said, guys, of course, don't forget to have a fan-fantastic day, and I will indeed see you later, alligators. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks all for watching.